It indeed involved a city-to-city bus heading to Homa Bay from Nairobi. So far, reports from the Kenya Red Cross is that 27 of the dead are adults and 4 are children. Of course, among the first to be at the scene at the Kenya Red Cross and the Traffic Commandant Samuel Kimaru. However, the President Uhuru Kenyatta has also reacted to this and has vowed to take action regarding the Ntulele bus crash along the Nairobi-Narok highway that has claimed the lives of 41 people. Speaking in Mombasa, said that the vehicle owners bore responsibility of the kind of public service vehicles they put out to be used in the public, and going forward they should take responsibility of such events.
Twaendelea kupoteza wananchi wengi sana kupitia ajali za barabara, na hii ni jambo ambalo sisi kama Wakenya lazima tuifikirie. Wenye magari, wenye wanaingia magari, traffic police, viongozi wote, kwa sababu mambo haya sana sana yatokana kwa sababu ya simple lack of road discipline, ya kwamba kila mtu akiingia kwa barabara hana haja ya kufuata sheria, haja yake ni haraka ya kufika, aweke pesa kwa mfuko. Mimi naomba Wakenya na niwahakikishie Wakenya ya kwamba tutachukua hatua sasa, ya kwamba sio tu dereva wa gari, hata mwenye gari sasa ataanza kubeba mzigo wa kuhakikisha ya kwamba gari lake linatii sheria za barabara. If you are an owner of a vehicle, you are responsible for the driver who you have given that vehicle. It is not for you to send that fellow and tell him, just bring me back so much money, without caring about the lives of the people in that vehicle. We must all begin taking responsibility and to protect the lives of Kenyans on our roads.
That was the message of President Uhuru Kenyatta speaking from Mombasa, where he's been in the past few days. And our senior reporter from the coast, Ferdinand Omondi, joins us now live from the site where the President spoke about this particular accident. And Ferdinand, the President mentioned that going forward, vehicle owners should take responsibility. Is this an indication of a new traffic law that we could be having in the offing?
Well, I would think so, because, Bonnie, the traffic laws in Kenya in their current form are already hard enough. Actually, one would argue it's punitive, because, you know, there are even laws that would get you fined 100,000 shillings if you deviate and use the petrol station goes without even causing any accident. So, I mean, a lot of them are put so that they could be able to prevent these laws, but it appears they're not even being enforced in their current form. Now, the President is alluding to the fact that now even the owners of the vehicles will take responsibility. He is saying, look here, there is no way a PSV owner will simply hand the keys to a driver and say, you go out, come back and give me this amount of money, and then he does not take responsibility for who the driver is or the kind of driver. So perhaps it might be alluding to a law where when a driver causes an accident, then there should be some level of responsibility to the owners of the PSVs, so that they may be able to vet the kind of the drivers they put on the road. We do know that Kenya has its own unfair share of very reckless drivers. Some of them not even go to driving school, yet they have driving licenses. With these people who learn how to drive, we know it very well. It happens in Nairobi, it even happens in Mombasa. These guys who do squads, or squaddy as is known in the streets, they learn driving as they drive the PSVs, and somehow some of them get driving license, and then they are entrusted with these big vehicles, and the owners of the vehicles apparently have allowed that to go on, because they're only responsible for the driver whom they have appointed or given the license or the contract to drive their vehicles. What happens after that, nobody seems to really care. And perhaps this is what the President is saying. It is now time for everybody to take responsibility, not just the drivers, but also the owners and the passengers who are in their vehicles. Bonnie?
Right, many thanks, Ferdinand Omondi. Of course, speaking from Mombasa, where the president has issued a message and a stern warning to vehicle owners operating public service vehicles that it is time they took responsibilities of the vehicles they put on the road. And this is coming, of course, in the wake of the accident that has claimed the life of at least 41 people that have been confirmed dead following the grisly accident at the Ntulele area along Nairobi-Narok Highway. Traffic Commandant Samuel Kimaru says 33 others are in critical condition and are receiving treatment at the Narok and Kijabe hospitals. Police say the 2 a.m. accident occurred when the driver of the bus, which was on its way to Homa Bay from Nairobi, lost control of the vehicle before it veered off the road and plunged into a valley.
These are the remains of what used to be a city-to-city bus. The mangled wreck, with its roof completely detached from it and seats flattened, shows the magnitude of the tragic incident that saw at least 41 people perish on the spot. The highest death toll this year. Eyewitnesses say by the time they arrived at the scene of the accident, all they could see were bodies piled on top of each other, some severely severed. Personal effects and luggages were scattered all over. Several people were trapped inside the wreckage. Survivors could be heard from beneath calling for help and screaming. Those injured were rushed to the nearest hospitals by Good Samaritans, Red Cross officials and the police. Reports indicate that the driver of the bus stopped vehicles along the road calling for help soon after the accident, but no one knows his whereabouts. Traffic Commandant Samuel Kimaru says the driver may have fallen asleep on the wheel since he did not attempt to brake or negotiate a corner and instead crashed into the guardrails. The bus has since been towed from the scene. Najma Ismail, KTN.
Survivors of the Narok bus accident continue to receive treatment at the Narok District Hospital. Several of them are admitted at the intensive care unit. Hospital staff are overwhelmed as they struggle to treat the over 30 survivors. Some of them are in critical condition and are expected to be transferred to the Kenyatta National Hospital for specialized treatment. Relatives of the survivors are gathering at the hospital to look for their loved ones. This as onlookers gather at the hospital to have a first-hand account of the situation.